Hello, thank you for joining me here on the News Summary. I'm Liza Chataeva. Stay with me for the latest news update from Kazakhstan. 6 days are left until the elections to the Mazhilis and Maslikhats. Accreditation of the election observers is complete. The largest number of observers is expected to come from the CIS countries. Training seminars were held across Kazakhstan with key focus on the legal aspects of the future observers' work. Seminar organizers say that young people, especially law students, were very proactive during training.
Радует, что инициатива молодежи у нас на сегодняшний день активна.
I'm glad that young people are actively participating in the elections. We try to provide support to each one of them because this is their first time participating in the country's social-political life and a good start as well.
Большой старт для больших дел каждого молодого человека.
То, что мы успели посмотреть, то, что
Everything is undertaken according to the calendar plan of the elections and is done in a timely manner. We have not received any complaints in the headquarters.
выполняются в срок. Каких-то жалоб в штаб миссии не поступало.
Meanwhile, artists, designers, miners, and even firefighters have painted their posters for the contest Your Voice is Your Future. Within 3 weeks, the voters of Kazakhstan sent the contest organizers hundreds of posters calling to vote in the upcoming elections. The competition will last until March 16th.
Удивительно, очень много интересных и таких и шахтеры, и...
Surprisingly, there are a lot of interesting paintings. People of different professions, such as miners, metallurgists, are taking part in this competition. There are no structures and no stereotypes. People are expressing free thinking and a free flow of thought. There are some good works. It is good that people are this proactive.
С подачей мысли. Очень много хороших работ. Жаль, что они не могут все претендовать на призовые места.
Almaty is ready to host the University Winter Games next year. A record number of 54 countries have confirmed their participation in the 2017 World Winter Universiade in Almaty, according to the Executive Committee of the International University Sports Federation. The previous largest number of countries that participated in these games was recorded in 2011 in Turkey's Erzurum. The games brought together the young athletes of 52 countries.
The World Universiade 2017 in Almaty is the biggest sporting event in the history of Kazakhstan. Almaty is the first city in the CIS which will host the International Winter University Games. 7 test events are scheduled to check Winter Universiade facilities. The first tests have already been successfully developed. The head of the organizing committee of Almaty Universiade 2017, Aset Abdullayev, in his report at the meeting of the executive committee of the FISU in Brussels, stressed that all construction facilities are ready by more than 2/3. For the first time, the athletic village will be built Winter Universiade. It is planned that the world-famous TV channels will broadcast the games. The expected audience will amount to more than 1 billion viewers.
Все объекты универсиады будут сданы в эксплуатацию осенью.
All the Universiade facilities will be commissioned in autumn of 2016. Testing competitions will be held at the new facilities. The facility management groups have already been formed. Sections of swimming sports clubs will be available to the public, and the average ticket allowing access to these facilities will be about 15,000 tenge. We hope that it will not only be the best, but also the most widely attended university in the history of the FISU.
Не просто самая лучшая, но и самая репрезентативная универсиада за всю историю ФИСУ.
Более 50 стран уже заявили о готовности принять участие, 54 страны.
54 countries have already announced their readiness to take part in the Universiade. Of course, it is a record number for the International University Sports Federation. The amount of work that we have to perform together with the International Federation and the organizing committee is enormous. It will be a unique event. The people who are working in the organizing committee takes this event with the utmost seriousness and responsibility.
Что люди, которые работают в организационном комитете, они со всей ответственностью относятся к этой работе.
Discussing a high degree of preparation for the forthcoming Universiade, the chiefs of the International University Sports Federation once again mentioned the unique venue of the World University Games.
We want to have probably the best games ever in Almaty. We know that we have now a very good team, we have a very good infrastructures coming too, and we want to make sure that the organization will follow. We have only 10 months now left, and I'm sure that with all your energy and quality and all your competences, we can have really fantastic games. And don't forget that behind the Universiade was the legacy of the games. And many people in the Olympic family are always talking about Almaty for the future, for the Olympic Games. Therefore, you have to show now that you can make a great Universiade in 2017.
Скоро, так сказать, президент Международного олимпийского комитета Томас Бах посетит нашу южную столицу.
Soon, the IOC president Thomas Bach will visit Almaty. He will also visit the World University Games, and we will talk about the preparation progress to the upcoming games.
Будет подниматься вопрос о том, чтобы наша южная столица стала столицей зимних Олимпийских игр.
It is expected that the university will be attended by about 2,000 athletes from over 55 countries. 555 medals will be awarded in 12 winter sports. Almaty will be visited by over 30,000 tourists who will be able to receive their visas under the simplified system.
Construction of the International Bank of Low-Enriched Uranium will be completed in Kazakhstan by September 2017. The Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency said at the annual meeting of the Board of Governors. According to Yukiya Amano, implementation of the large-scale project is well underway. Kazakhstan has adopted law on the use of atomic energy. Improvement of the legal framework is at the stage of completion. According to the head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, there are 442 nuclear reactors in operation worldwide. 66 more are under construction. The international organization intends to pay special attention to nuclear safety at these facilities. After 30 years since the Chernobyl disaster and 5 years since the Japanese Fukushima disaster, nuclear energy safety is becoming increasingly relevant.
There is widespread recognition that everything humanly possible must be done to ensure that no such accident ever happens again. There can be no grounds for complacency about nuclear safety in any country.
Kazakh prosecutors are proposing to launch an online database of all who are convicted of sexual offenses against children. Last week, the first Deputy Prosecutor General of Kazakhstan, Yogan Merkel, reported on measures aimed at child safety protection at the International Conference on the Improvements of Justice. According to the developers of the bill, every Kazakh citizen should have access to information related to offenses against children, as well as the photographs of the criminals. Kazakhstan's online shopping sites paid 3 billion tenge in taxes last year. However, this figure could be several times higher, experts say. Foreign online stores bypass Kazakh taxes and are widely popular among the Kazakhstani buyers.
Kazakh buyers make massive online purchases on AliExpress, eBay, and Amazon. With just one click, Kazakh buyers are spending money abroad where foreign taxes are paid.
Я хочу отметить, что данные интернет-магазины, поскольку осуществляют
I want to note that these online stores are not subject to taxation in the territory of Kazakhstan, as they are carrying out activities outside the republic.
полученные вне территории Республики Казахстан.
Nearly 140,000 people visited the largest web store, Satu.kz, every day. The value of the transaction totaled 11 billion tenge last year. However, the company doesn't bring any revenue to the national budget since the central office of Satu.kz is located in Ukraine.
Мы работаем как сервис, мы работаем как посредник. Сделка по покупке, продаже
We
товаров.
work as a service as retailers. The deal on the purchase and sale of goods is carried out by the company which is registered in Kazakhstan. That is, a merchant company, a merchant and the buyer, a citizen of Kazakhstan who buys goods. We are not involved in this transaction. The transaction takes place directly between the seller and the buyer.
Вот мы в этой сделке не участвуем. Эта сделка происходит напрямую между продавцом и покупателем.
The foreign companies are leaders in the e-commerce market of Kazakhstan. This is the main problem. This segment needs investment support, experts say. They note that big companies are willing to invest in our market because they know it is lucrative. However, our businessmen do not yet see any return on the e-market. According to experts, Kazakhstan needs to provide legislative framework in e-commerce. But the first steps have already been made. A number of laws on information and on the regulation of trading activities have been adopted. The bill on payments and payment systems is now under consideration.
Kazakh banks are developing alternative methods to mortgages. Several financial institutions stopped issuing mortgage loans. The measure was adopted after Kazakhstan's central bank increased its base rate up to 17%. Now banks are launching new programs offering to buy real estate that was previously in collateral. In addition, borrowers are provided the opportunity to rent apartments with subsequent redemption.
Фактически, это тоже в зависимости от объектов до 10 лет.
In fact, depending on the building type, some loans are given to 10 years. Clients can rent apartments and live there. And gradually, as due payments are made, the borrower can obtain property rights. The down payment starts from 30%.
И постепенно, по мере выплаты этих арендных платежей, право собственности со временем переходит на него. Взнос, по-моему, он от 30% у них начинается.
The unpredictability of the market, increasing the guaranteed interest rate on Tiki deposits up to 14% and the national bank's base rate at 17%. These are the main factors influencing the bank's offers on mortgage loans.
The first McDonald's has opened in Kazakhstan. Nursultan Nazarbayev visited the famous fast food restaurant in Astana. 863 square meter restaurant offers its visitors over 200 seats. The restaurant features the latest design concepts and the most advanced customer service. Opening of the second McDonald's restaurant is expected this year, and 15 more will appear throughout the country in the next 5 years. Uсть-Kamenogorsk plant has launched production of smart electric pumps for water supply of residential and industrial buildings. These mechanisms regulate the water flow independently and evenly distributed between the subscribers. The new domestic pumps were made with anti-crisis emphasis and are by 30 to 40% more efficient than the current water supply system.
Uсть-Kamenogorsk pumps production plant complies with European standards. The assembly workshop here has been almost fully robotized. Even a technical error by 1 micron can ruin the enterprise. After all, the plant has serious rivals, concerns of China and Germany.
По рынку насосного оборудования в Республике Казахстан 90-95%.
Foreign producers cover 90 to 95% of the domestic demand for water pumps. Our enterprise can cover 50 to 60% of domestic demand in the future.
Закрыть рынок Казахстана на 50-60%.
The plant needs to expand production. At the moment, it is operating by half of its total capacity. Domestic producers striving to win bigger share of the domestic market and earn the consumer's trust.
Наши насосы полностью ремонтно-пригодны. Это их главная особенность.
Our pumps are fully repairable. This is the main difference from their foreign analogs, and the quality is not worse, and they can last about 20 years.
И также они могут легко прослужить 20 лет и, возможно, при правильной эксплуатации и более.
The regional authorities intend to support the local enterprise primarily as part of the state program of modernization of housing and communal services.
Если возникает необходимость установки насосов,
if there is a need to install the pumps, we will attract domestic manufacturers, of course. They are closer and give a warranty.
и, во-вторых, он несет гарантию.
In the near future, local pumps will be exported to Russia. Our northern neighbor has not launched its own production yet and is entirely dependent on imports.
In the recent past, Sergei Koptsev was an ordinary carpenter in a furniture shop, and today he proudly calls himself a craftsman. He makes bowls carved from wood. Sergei has mastered his craft, turning his makings into art pieces.
Берем вот такую деревяшку, производим.
There is a piece of wood. We shape it with an angle grinder and finally get a semi-finished product, which will be then a traditional dish.
Который будет национальной посудой.
It was a blessing in disguise, says Sergei. If not for the crisis, he would not continue to make simple closets. The situation forced him to train for a new profession. The customer demand for cabinet furniture decreased, and he remembered that as a child he dreamed of becoming a wood carver. Sergei had graduated from the Polytechnical Institute, therefore, his small production meets all the modern requirements. The work is automated, and the machine where he makes his little masterpieces is equipped with electronic control.
Мне кажется, хобби, приносящее деньги.
In my opinion, hobby that brings the money is a very good business. It means that I like what I'm doing, and moreover, I can earn money.
Еще на хлеб тоже получается.
Sergei always strives to work with his own hands, but now the production volumes are growing and he needs assistance. Especially before the holidays, traditional dishes are becoming more demandable. Sets for kumis, bowls, and decorative vases are not only beautiful, but also useful.
Сейчас вот модно, как бы к корням.
It is fashionable now that people are going back to the roots. They prefer wood more rather than porcelain and silver. Kazakhs from ancient times use wooden dishes.
Ели из деревянной посуды.
The usefulness of wooden dishes was proven by time. The master is confident that he makes things that will not only serve people, but also decorate their life for many years.
Kazakh alpinists Maksud Jumayev and Marjan Sarımbayev hoisted Kazakhstan's flag on the highest peak in South America. They have returned from an expedition to the peak of Mount Aconcagua in Argentina. Having conquered 14 highest peaks of the world and having made a trip around the world on a bicycle, Maksud Jumayev devoted his climbing achievements to the champion of 2011 Asia Winter Games in ski jumping, Yevgeny Lovkin. The athlete is now recovering from a serious injury.
Мы все спортсмены. Мы все знаем, что зачастую
We, the athletes, all know that not every career ends on the highest step of the podium in the Olympic Games. We want to tell about this as athletes. We did not leave our comrades in trouble.
Об этом сказать, что мы своих не бросаем. Мы об этом говорим.
Самая главная социальная суть – это обратить внимание молодежи на активный образ жизни.
The main idea was to attract people's attention to a healthy lifestyle. The healthier each person and each teenager is, the healthier our life is. I think that such achievements encourage young people.
Подросток, тем здоровее будет наша жизнь. Я считаю, вот такие примеры вдохновляют молодежь.
The power of spirit and will and great support of a family and friends helped Almaty resident with limited abilities to become a rescuer. He got his favorite work, met a lot of friends, and began to be involved in extreme sports.
Alexei Ritivik was a boy when he almost died from electric shock. He spent 6 months in intensive care and a year in the hospital. He learned to walk from the very beginning. At first, children at school looked at him at a distance, but Alexei's good nature and open kindness helped him. He quickly found friends. After school, he received a driver's license and worked at a service station. He painted cars and was involved in dry cleaning. However, he dreamt of another activity.
У меня папа увлекался горными лыжами, получается.
My dad was fond of skiing. He was even on our national team on ski jumping, and we always used to sit with him and watch Olympic Games on television, and I wanted to try that all my life.
Вот. И мне всю жизнь хотелось попробовать.
It was hard for Alexei to start skiing again, but once he realized that nothing is impossible, later he was seen in Chimbalak and the administration offered him a job as a rescue service at a ski resort.
Леша в нашей службе второй сезон работает. Отличный работник.
Alexei has been working in our service for the second season. He is a great worker and a great friend you can rely on, just to talk to and work, no different from the others. He tries to work.
Не отличаясь от других, старается, трудится.
Alexei still has a lot of plans. He believes that a man must be confined to limited opportunities if a man has aspiration to live and help other people.
Kazakh champion in women's boxing, Nazim Ashanova, is now preparing for a trip to China, where she will strive to earn the Olympic license. 18-year-old athlete has a tough day schedule with grueling trainings. And just 4 years ago, she lived a normal life. She studied at a school for gifted children, attended dance classes, drawing and music lessons.
Both girls and boys train on equal rules in a boxing gym. Nazim made up her mind to join the professional boxing club 4 years ago. At that time, she was one of the best students at the school for gifted children. She showed high results at school, dance club, and also played dombra well. I came to professional boxing not accidentally. My father, who himself is a trainer and a boxer, played an important role in my life. I remember how he was upset when the guys with the good boxing skills left boxing for various reasons after 7 or 8 years of training. And he wanted to raise a champion. Victory of Marina Volnova at the Olympics in London impressed me much. Then I firmly decided to start a boxing career. Her decision was a surprise for everyone. After all, she was one of the best pupils of the school for gifted children. I remember that the director did not want to give her documents and discourage us, but my daughter was insisting. She was a very stubborn person, and she decided to do something. She would definitely achieve this. The 18-year-old boxer's average day is very busy. In the morning, she has a workout, a 10-kilometer run, or 3 kilometers of swimming. Then she goes to the gym. The young athlete spends 6 hours every day for training. All of this is combined with studies at the university.
Женский бокс у нас сравнительно новый. Можно сказать, мы только буквально года 2 как начали заниматься наши девочки боксом.
Women's boxing is just starting to develop now. We open boxing clubs in schools. Soon a new club will open. Much attention is paid to women's boxing. We have already signed a number of contracts.
То есть сейчас мы уже подписываем контракты как профессиональные боксеры.
2 years ago, women's boxing section had only 4 people. At present, there are 40 girls. 9 out of them participate in the championships at various levels. By the end of the year, the number of students at the women's boxing section is supposed to reach 100. Nazim is eager to win a license to the Olympics and fulfill the dream of her personal trainer and father to listen to the anthem of his native country devoted to the victory of his student at the international competition.
Women make up nearly 52% of the total population in Kazakhstan, according to the Kazakh Statistics Agency. More than half of working female population is taking jobs in civil service, while the other 40% are either involved or run private businesses.
There are women who guard the law and order in the state. Asel Taskulova, from her childhood, dreamt to serve in the Navy. She followed the steps of her grandfather, who was a Navy major, and her father, a Navy colonel.
Всегда мечтала. Для меня человек в форме всегда был примером.
I always dreamt of becoming a military woman. For me, a man in uniform has always been an example of respect. Men in uniform are always good-looking. Such people are exemplary. These people can be trusted. They are reliable.
То есть этим людям можно доверять, можно верить, на них можно надеяться.
Asa Taskulova recounts the ship's inventory. The military auditor ensures that all the funds were spent purposefully. In addition, the woman shoots well and knows how to throw grenades, but despite her male-like activities that she can do, Asel still remains a beautiful lady.
Офицеры нам всегда помогают и нас всегда поддерживают.
Officers always help and support us. Even on the battle marches, they help to carry our backpacks, duffel bags, because it takes too long to walk and we have a heavy outfit. They're always ready to help and support us. Therefore, we still remain women.
Очень далеко, обмундирование тяжелое.
Lieutenant Colonel Merwet Sudetova can assemble and disassemble a military weapon in a matter of seconds. Several dangerous criminals pass through her interrogation room at the Regional Criminal Police Department every day. At work, Merwet is a serious officer, but at home, she is a wife and a mother.
Только семья — это главное в жизни моей.
Family is very important. I always feel the support from my family and friends and colleagues as well. My colleagues respect me. I can go early from work because I have children, a husband, and a family.
Как бы понимают, что у нас дети, муж, семья.
Merwet Sudetova came into this profession at the age of 19, and since then, she has never regretted her choice. Women in the police uniform are valued and respected. More than 500 women work in the police in Mangostar region alone.
Our country's most beautiful and smart ladies are preparing for the Kazakh Aruba beauty pageant to be held on March 22nd. We have an opportunity to look behind the scenes to see how the preparation for one of the brightest contests of the year is going.
20 ladies out of 600 passed audition. Now they're preparing for the finale. Beauty alone is not sufficient to win a pageant.
Девушки показывают свои таланты, свои знания в культуре казахской.
The girls demonstrate their talents, their knowledge of the Kazakh culture and the history of Kazakhstan. This is what makes a Kazakh girl outstanding and proves that in our time, she should combine both adherence to traditions, culture, and language and modern views.
И не забывать свои традиции, культуру и язык своего народа.
4 hours of choreography every day, catwalk lessons, classes with stylists, preparing for auditions and intellectual tests. The contestants have been living in this mood for a month.
Цель проекта, мне кажется, она очень глубокая.
It seems to me that the purpose of the project is very deep and vital to show our young people what should a modern girl of the 21st century be like. She should not be only beautiful, not just well-groomed, not only pleasant to talk to. She must be educated. Therefore, our girls, they are versatile in many ways.
Общение должна быть образованная прежде всего.
The contest is held for the 6th year and has become a prestigious and uniquely one of the most colorful shows of the year.
Art connoisseurs of Astana had a rare chance to listen to Baroque and Romantic classical music. Last week, Astana Opera House musicians gave a concert featuring arrangements by German composers Bach and Bruch, played on a violin, flute, and piano. For more than 2 centuries, the melodies of the two great composers have been bringing joy to the ears of the classical music lovers.
Концерт он получился такой немножко разноплановый, потому что
The concert was a little diverse. Although the two composers belong to German music, they are different in style. I think it also raises interest among the audience. Such concerts are rare.
Разный. Но я думаю, что это своего рода тоже интерес вызовет у зрителей.
The concert organizers noted that the works of Max Bruch are very little known in Kazakhstan, although the composer wrote beautiful and expressive music. A special guest from Moscow, a famous violist, Pavel Romanenko, was invited in Astana to perform the German composer's arrangements.
Вы услышите в моем исполнении замечательный романс Бруха, который раскрывает весь потенциал этого инструмента.
I performed Bruch's wonderful songs that reveal the full potential of the viola. Moreover, the viola as a solo instrument has recently become a completely solo instrument. Max Bruch was a German composer, a representative of a late Romanticism. He wrote mainly for string instruments, especially for the violin and very often for viola. It is characterized by its melodic and very beautiful harmonies.
Этот композитор отличается своей мелодичностью, очень-очень красивыми гармониями.
These were the major news from Kazakhstan for the past week. Thank you for staying with me. Goodbye.